I'm Samantha Brown, professional organizer, decluttering specialist, and business coach. I created Pro Organizers Coach podcast to empower you to reach new heights in your business. I am on a mission to build a supportive sisterhood of passionate professional organizers. So whether you're a seasoned pro or you're just getting started, this podcast is for you. Welcome back to the Pro Organizers Coach podcast and YouTube channel. Today is the 6th part of my Called and Confident series. So if you've missed the other parts of this series, you definitely want to go back and watch them in order. If you're listening to the podcast, it's the last 5 episodes. This is the 6th episode of the series. So today we are going to be bringing it all together. Now, in the previous episodes, and throughout this series, we have looked at your past. We've looked at your strengths. We've aligned your passions. We've done all of these things to help figure out what is your mission for your business. And so today we are going to define your mission and transformation statements. Now, why does this even matter? So when you are able to create a clear, compelling, and purpose-driven business that communicates to people, to your potential clients, who you serve, how you serve them, and the transformation that they will experience if they work with you, all of a sudden, everything becomes easier. Your marketing becomes easier. Your conversations with people become easier. It all gets easier. And it starts bringing people to you instead of you going out and just constantly trying to plant seeds, which is great. We always want to plant seeds, but we also want to make sure that the seeds we're planting are very specific. So it grows and then people are like, oh, Samantha does this. So she's going to be able to help me. And so I wanted to create this series so that way, because I know you're called, but to make you confident, we have to help you know what your business's mission is. Like, you need your business to be on mission and you need to have a purpose behind what you're doing, because then that brings energy with it. It brings this excitement with it. It helps on the days when business is hard. And so that is what we are going to do today. We're going to define your mission and transformation statement by bringing all of this together. Now that we also know that in the last episode, we talked about who is your ideal client. Now, we are going to take who you are talking to as your ideal client and all of the information we've gathered in this series, and we are now going to put it together to make sure that you have a specific mission and transformation statement. And it will give you clarity. It's going to keep you aligned with your purpose, and it's going to help you confidently share what you do with others. So what is a mission and transformation statement? So they're a little different. They're similar, but different. So a mission statement defines who you serve, how you serve them, and why it matters. It's the mission that you're on. It's your purpose, who you're helping, all of that. A transformation statement describes the before and after journey that your clients experience because of working with you. Like, where were they before they worked with you and when they were needing help? And then how are they now that they have worked with you? And so that is the difference between a mission statement and a transformation statement. In my mind, my mission statement is more of, for me personally, I am on mission. I have a purpose in helping the women that I serve. And then the transformation statement is working with me, what you're going to get and how I'm going to help you. So the mission is like my personal call to help people and why it matters, and it just helps me internally. And then the transformation statement helps people understand what my business can do or what can be done for them by them working with me. Your mission statement matters, like I said, because of your marketing, branding. It makes decision-making for your business so much easier. It helps you know when things are aligned with your purpose. It helps you create a clear message that attracts the right clients. And it's also going to help you stand out by clearly defining your unique approach. So then you don't just fall into looking like every other professional organizer. And so there's 3 key parts of your mission statement. It's who you serve, identifying your ideal client, which again, we did in the previous episode. What you do, so describe how you help them, and then why it matters. And it matters because of the result or the transformation that they are going to experience. Let me give you an example mission statement. I actually have 2, and then I'm going to give you the formula so you can create your own. One example mission statement is I help overwhelmed women create peaceful and organized homes by decluttering with intention and a faith-based guidance so they can feel peace and happiness in their space and in their life. The other example is I help overwhelmed Christian moms create peaceful, organized homes by teaching them simple decluttering and organization systems. I walk with them step by step all the way through the process so that they don't get overwhelmed. So that's 2 different, they're similar, but they're also a little different. In the first one, it's I help overwhelmed women. And then in the second one, it's I help overwhelmed Christian moms, right? So that's that whole who are you speaking to? And then the by what are you doing? And of course, a lot of what we are doing is the decluttering and organizing. Now, you might also be doing like meal plans or helping with lifestyle organization, or there's so many different things that you could be doing that fall under organizing. But for the most part, we help them in their space and in their homes to create systems that work for them, whether it is their space or in their life, so that they can what? What is the transformation that they're going to get? And so in those 2 examples, the first one, it's so they can feel peace and happiness in their space and life. And in the second one, it's so they don't have to be overwhelmed and they have simple systems with me walking them step by step through the process. I want you to write this down, and this is going to be your mission statement. And again, even if you just put this up in your office, make sure it's somewhere that you can see it so you know the mission that you are on. I want you to write down, I help, and then who you serve. So your ideal client, you could even put her name in there if you've already done the ideal client profile and work to figure out who she is and what you're naming her. I help, who is it? Or is she an overwhelmed mom or overwhelmed women, overwhelmed business owners? Who is it that you serve? By, and then what you do. So is it by decluttering? Is it by organizing? Is it by coaching? Is it by creating systems? What is it that you do? So I help blank by what you do so that they can blank. And then what's the transformation that you bring to them? And the other way that you can get a few of these hints as well is if you look back at some of the first episodes of this series that we did, your past and some of the trials that you've went through in your past, those could be clues as to how you help them. Like when you were stressed out and when you were overwhelmed by whatever it is you were going through, or maybe it's a cousin or a friend that you've helped, right? When they were overwhelmed, what did you helping them do? Or if it was in your own life, what did you learning new things? Like what did you have to go through that is now what you're going to help your clients with? It matters when we've gone through something or we have at least helped someone else through that thing, because then it becomes so much easier to speak to people in a way that they understand what we do and how we do it. So now let's talk about your transformation statement that your business provides, that working with you is going to help your ideal client with. Your transformation statement, it will expand on your mission by clarifying the before and after journey of your clients. And it helps you communicate the value of your services in a way that deeply connects with your audience. So here are some questions that I want you to consider as you are coming up with your transformation statement. So the first one, who do you feel called to serve in your business? If you've done the ideal client work, you should know what this is. Is it I feel called to serve overwhelmed Christian moms who struggle with clutter and don't know where to start? Is it I feel called to serve business women that have no organization and are so overwhelmed in their business and at home? So who is it that you feel most called to serve it with your business? Now, the second question of 5. The second one is, how does your personal story and journey connect with who you want to serve? For example, I know what it's like to feel trapped by clutter and chaos in my home, and my own journey of learning to create an organized and peaceful home has given me the heart to help others do the same. As I was feeling overwhelmed, when I go back to that part of who I was and at that point in my life, I am able to write to her and speak to her with my messaging and create content that I know she's going to want to see or that she's going to love because she's in that space right now. She's overwhelmed by all of the stuff that's in her home and doesn't know where to start and is overwhelmed by the idea of the whole project, which is the other reason why I always emphasize that I help you go step by step through the journey, which for me is what I've learned with my clients that I'm working with as a professional organizer on the daily, but then also with my ladies that I work with through coaching and through the group coaching community and with my courses. My specialty is taking you by the hand, walking with you step by step to get you from point A to point B. Whatever that point A to point B is, if it's something I've done before or I've at least been coaching on, I know how to take you one step at a time so you're not overwhelmed by the goal that you're trying to achieve. And I think that's huge as a professional organizer. And it's something that I've learned through the years and as a coach, because when I can say, hey, let me like partner with you and I'm going to walk with you step by step through this journey and we are going to reach your goals. All of a sudden, you're not just trying to figure out for all this information from all these different people and trying to piece it together. You're like, oh, working with her gets me from point A to point B like super quick compared to it could be 2 years from now and I'm still trying to reach my goals, right? So that's the point of working with a coach and with someone who's been there before, which is what you want to convey to your clients that you're talking to. What have you gone through that you can now help them with? It's also going to help build that know, like, and trust factor, by the way. Okay, question number 3. What specific problem do you help your clients solve? Now, I know that all of us have a ton of different things that we can help with. And we like to put all of them on our websites and on the different places. That's fine of your like other services. But you need a specific thing that you are telling people that is the problem that you help with. So that way they know, oh, she has a proven system to get me from point A to point B. And when I'm working with my coaching clients, we talk about this. Literally, the specific problem that you help your clients solve is you help them with their physical, emotional, and mental clutter that keeps them feeling stuck and overwhelmed. And it starts with a consultation, then decluttering sessions, then organizing sessions, and then maintenance sessions if needed. That's the formula. And if you go to my website, which is lovelaughorganize.co, you will see on my services page the way that I have it explained. And I have so many people reach out to me and be like, wow, that made so much sense once I saw it broken down that way, instead of it being this overwhelming thing of, oh, we're just going to come in and get it all done. How? Tell me how you're going to help me come in and help me declutter and organize my 3 rooms of my house, right? And so people want to know that you have a system that's going to help them. And so what specific problem do you help your clients solve? And then the fourth question, what transformation do you want your clients to experience through your services? So we want them to experience peace and clarity and a renewed sense of excitement and joy in their home and in their life because they worked with you. Because we know that women carry around the stress and the overwhelm of the way that their home is throughout their everyday life, whether they're at work, whether they're at their kids' baseball games or cheerleading practices, or they're even at church, like all throughout their day, every day, even in bed at night. They're thinking about the things in their home that need to get done and how they don't even know where to start when it comes to specific areas like the catch-all room or the garage, whatever areas are bothering them specifically. Every woman has at least one or two areas in their home that are overwhelming them and that they carry around with them as a weight on their shoulders, and it's constantly stressing them out in their lives. And so the transformation that you want your clients to experience through your services is that overwhelm goes away. That weight comes off of her shoulders, and all of a sudden she feels peace that she's maybe not felt in years. And then last question that I want you to think about, what makes your business unique compared to other professional organizers? So for me, it's that I integrate my faith and life coaching into my organizing services, which helps my clients heal emotionally while decluttering their physical space. Because for me, faith is a very big part. Me getting certified as a life coach was huge because it helped me help them with their emotional stuff and gave me more tools. And then the decluttering piece I learned on my own, which is what brought me here. So those three things are my three pillars that I talk about and tell people, this is how I help you. And so I make sure on my website, on everything I do, that there's like scripture so they know that I love God and that faith is a big part of what I do. And then the life coaching, I make sure to mention that at times. And then the decluttering is a big thing that I mention all the time. They know that by working with me, we're going to start with decluttering more than just the organizing with the bins and baskets and that stuff. Now we can get to that, but we have to start with a collaborative process of decluttering the area. All right, so now let's put it all together. So your mission and transformation statement, again, the mission is, for at least in my mind, the mission is for me. The transformation statement is for them to understand how I can help them and how I can be a blessing and serve them. So an example transformation statement, and then I'll give you the formula. So before working with me, my clients feel overwhelmed, stuck, and frustrated by the clutter in their home. Through my faith-based organizing and coaching process, they learn how to declutter with intention, how to create sustainable systems, and overcome emotional blocks. After working with me, they experience peace, joy, and confidence in their life and home. That's my transformation statement for my organizing clients. So let me help you create yours real quick. So I want you to do this. Before working with me, my clients feel blank. What's the before state? What's their zero state of when they feel at their worst? What, overwhelmed, stressed out, carrying it around with them, that kind of thing. Through my process, they blank. What you help them do. Now, again, for me, it's through my faith-based organizing and coaching. They learn how to declutter with intention, create sustainable systems, and overcome emotional blocks. So through your process, and then what do you help them do? And then after working with me, they experience blank, the after state. What's the big goal? And so after working with me, my clients will experience peace, joy, and confidence in their life and home. Before working with me, my clients feel blank, the before state. Through my process, they blank what you help them do. And then after working with me, they experience blank, the after state. What's the big goal? So I want you to review your mission and transformation statement. Does it reflect your calling and your passion and who you know that you are called to be? And then make sure that it is very clear, compelling, and inspiring. You want people to be inspired by what you've learned or what you can help them do. And then I want you to use it in your marketing, branding, website, conversations, wherever with potential clients. Okay. So it's worth doing this work. I promise you. I'm so excited. This was the final step of the called framework. So it brought everything together in a strong mission driven foundation for your business. Now you have a clear sense of purpose, a defined ideal client, and a compelling way to communicate your mission. If you are ready to take the next steps to start or strengthen your organizing business, I want you to look at the links in the description for all of the ways that we can work together so that I can help you and your business thrive. That is what I am here for. Like I said a minute ago, I will take you step by step. Every client that works with me, whether it's through the group coaching community, whether it's through them taking my course and then getting to do coaching with me and being a part of the group coaching community, whatever that looks like, or even the 2025 Strengthen Your Business Masterminding course that I have right now going. Any of those things, I am so integrated into my women's lives. They know they can reach out to me and they know that I am here and I'm going to help them on a weekly basis to not get stuck. And I think that's the biggest thing. They're not going to feel alone and they're not going to get stuck. They know that they have the app, that they have a way to message me, that I am always here to answer their questions and help them because that is my mission. That is what I'm called to do, is to help you in your business. And so if you would let me help you, it's going to cut out so much time, which is why I created all of these services in the first place for Pro Organizers Coach. I wanted you to have a step-by-step system to where you didn't have to be so stressed out and trying to figure it out on your own, which is what I had to do. And it took me so much longer than it needed to start my business, to grow my business, to scale my business. Like it took so much longer than it needed to. And I don't want that for you. Plus, I was doing a lot of it alone until I created the group coaching community. And so I have so many resources for you. And if you have any questions, you can comment below, or you can email me at proorganizerscoach@gmail.com. It's also at proorganizerscoach.com. You can click contact. So I'm here for you. I promise if you reach out with any questions, I will get back with you. I know you can do this. I know that you are called, because if you weren't called to start this business and to serve your clients, then you would not be watching this video right now. And so since we know you're called, I truly hope that doing this series helps build your confidence, or at least the first few steps. And then you can come work with me and let me continue to build your confidence so you know what you're doing when you are helping your clients. I thank you so much, and I cannot wait to see you in the next episode.